What does teaching bring to you? And I guess how does that fit into your concept of the meaning of life in general?
Well, it's wonderful having contact with younger people. Music can be very, very lonely because you have to work hard at it. Doesn't matter what instrument you play, work is a very important feature of doing well, and I think that applies to almost any field we want to go into. The most important thing is that you can have a happy life and that you can love the people of your family and the people you mix with. I've been lucky. I had loving parents in the beginning. They were very supportive of everything I did, and I've always had good friends. So I think they're the important things of life. Well, I suppose it just comes down to love.
Love. Absolutely. What's your version of success for those students who choose to pursue something outside of music?
As long as you enjoy hearing music and having a feeling for it, it's all worthwhile, because there's so much in life that we want to enjoy, and I think music is one of the big treasures of life.
What's your definition of success?
Oh, I think success in life is bound up with happiness and love. You could be the world's greatest pianist and a miserably unhappy person. It's not success and it's not riches. It's just something that's within you. It makes you like people and therefore they respond to you.
Absolutely. It's all about that humanity, empathy,
yes,
and happiness and love, like you said. For those people who need to, inverted commas, work harder at getting better at something, whether it's in piano or in sport or in something in life in general, do you have any tips?
You've got to get to the stage where you believe in yourself that you can do it. See, my husband was far more clever or smarter, learned more quickly than I did. And he could learn something, maybe with an hour's practice, where I'd have to practice for the weeks, sort of thing.
Right.
But then you have to get to the stage where if you want to do something enough, if you want it enough, you will work at it.
Was there a point in time where you knew you wanted to pursue music as a professional career?
Yes, there was. I think it was when I was in the last years of high school. So I remember I thought about nursing, school teaching, and so I liked hearing music. And also I played in lots of aesthetics and competitions. And so if you win a lot, that gives you confidence. And then the conservatorium was offering scholarships because my parents could not have afforded to send me to Sydney. So that made all the difference. It enabled me to, because then I had to come to Sydney,
of course,
to live.
How much a part, Inasmuch as hard work matters a lot, but luck and serendipity have to play in getting you to where you are? And are there ways in which you can create your own luck or create your own serendipity?
Even though you're unconscious of it, I think you've got to believe in yourself. You've got to want to do things. You've really got to want to do it. And you've got to be prepared to work. Whether you're a swimmer or a runner or whatever it is you want to do, you've got to work at it. You've got to be able to accept it. It may be better than you thought, but you may be terribly disappointed. That's life, isn't it?
Yeah. What do you hope the younger generations will do, or what can they do, or what should they do with respect to keeping classical music alive?
I think it's important that children learn to sing at school. I don't mean sing opera or anything, just that they hear music and they sing, and that they're given opportunities to learn an instrument when they're young, because you need to start when you're young. When you're 16 or 20, it's really too late.
Is there such a thing as being too young to start an instrument?
There can be, but it depends on the encouragement, the wisdom of the parents and the teacher. You could expect too much too soon.
Do you remember how you were introduced to the piano?
I think it was through my mother. My mother had a beautiful voice, but she had not had the opportunity to learn herself. And so she wanted me to have the opportunity. We had a piano in the house, and then I'd go and tinkle along. And then my mother decided when I was 5 or 6 that I should learn to play the piano.
What makes a good student?
Well, I suppose whatever it is in life, we've got to want to do it ourselves. But then there's got to be some inspiration to make the child want to do it. They either need to be able to hear it or see other people doing it. And I think if you don't hear it and if you don't see others doing it, it'd be very hard to be enthusiastic and
about
want to do it. Well, it's like learning a language, isn't it? You've got to hear the language, and then there's got to be some desire to want to join in the conversation. But I think it applies to everything, If you want to be a swimmer, you've got to be prepared to go up and down that pool. If you want to play tennis, you've got to knock the ball against the wall for hours on end. Once you want to do something,
Yes.
you can. And of course, if you could see somebody else doing it, or if you're encouraged, whether they're your parents or a wise teacher, it's the encouragement that helps. So you've got to want it yourself, haven't you? Maybe the right person, whether it's a teacher or a relative or just a friend, can inspire you to want it. But whatever it is in life, if we want to do it, it's got to come from within yourself. And if you don't want to do it, nobody else is going to force you or succeed in making you do it.
What is the meaning of life? Meaning of life.
I like music, and
you
then I
like-
like people coming here, especially nice people. And even if the kids haven't practiced, well, most of them do practice. Perhaps not enough. Maybe I'm patient enough to cope with them. But well, it's better having people coming here
Yeah.
than not having anyone.
Thank you, Mrs. Brissenden. Thank you so
thank
much.
you.
Thank you for your time.